Oscar, good evening. The Carrier Dome is a venue reserved for games between some of the best student athletes in the country, in football, in basketball, and in lacrosse. But last night, it was a venue reserved for a game between some of the best student journalists in the country. Tegan, good evening. For aspiring sports broadcasters here at SU, there are a number of ways to get their voices heard, like on the local NPR station WAER or the student-run station Z89. But a new show launched by the Newhouse Sports Media Center is giving students an even bigger platform. Nicole, good evening. Starting on Wednesday, when fans are entering the Carrier Dome, they'll still need to show their tickets, but one thing they won't need is their masks, with the university announcing today that fully vaccinated individuals will no longer be required to wear masks inside the Carrier Dome. Trey, good evening. Behind me is the Newhouse Professional Gallery, where some of the school's most accomplished alumni have their portraits and work experience displayed for all to see. Tonight, there's one alum on the wall who's making news for his new job, president of CNN. Liam, good evening. Destiny USA is a popular weekend destination for Central New York residents and Syracuse University students, but recently it's become a hotspot for crime, and specifically gun-related incidents. I spoke with two SU students who were at the mall on Saturday when shots were fired and the mall was evacuated. Now, this year is also University Union's 60th anniversary, so they just got done hosting their birthday bash here on the quad with food trucks, live music, and inflatables. But the real show is happening tonight inside the Dome. Doors open at 6:30 and the show starts at 7. Reporting live from the quad tonight, I'm Peter Elliott, CitrusTV News.
Dominate on me, dominate on three. 1, 2, 3, dominate! Let's go!
Journalists wearing jerseys. The writers, reporters, and broadcasters who cover SU athletics getting a chance to step out from behind their computers and microphones and into the spotlight. The Media Cup is an annual basketball game between the sports staffs of WAER and the Daily Orange, a friendly contest that pits two neighboring journalistic institutions against each other.
It was really cool. I've seen it for the last few years. I've never been a part of it. Really cool to be a part of it.
Tuesday night's game was a celebrated return to the Dome after COVID forced last year's game to be played at a nearby park. The Loud House, it wasn't, but the lack of fans didn't mean the game was any less intense than an ACC contest. The WAER squad had extra motivation to come out on top. They were eager to snap the DO's 4-year winning streak. The radio station seniors, like Chris Careypell, didn't want to graduate without claiming the cup.
It means a lot for the station. We had a lot of chatter from the DO the last few years. A couple quotes, a lot of bulletin board material. Happy to be back in the win column.
The two teams, hitting shots like they hit deadlines, went down to the wire. WAER led for much of the first half, but the ink-slinging Daily Orange squad wouldn't go away. But in the end, it was WAER's shooting, physicality, and unorthodox footwear that led them to a 58-46 victory. The next morning, WAER celebrating in a way only they could.
Chris, the long wait is over.
Over the airwaves.
WAER took down the Daily Orange 58-46 inside the Dome. Senior captain Jared May.
It seems just so normal. And then all of a sudden everyone start running.
A moment of terror, one that Syracuse University freshman Dan Chow will never forget. On Saturday night, he was sitting with his friends in the food court of Destiny USA, eating dinner and eager to watch the new Batman movie in theaters. But Chow wasn't even able to finish his food, a dispute between several men in the mall's lowest level, leading to shots fired.
I ran out, I asked please, and then she said, yeah, there's a gunshot.
Destiny USA evacuated and closed for the evening. No one was injured, but for those inside the mall, they recall a frightening incident.
But at that moment, I think I really focused on how I gonna run. When I was go down the stair, I was thinking about I can't fall down on the ground. That's all I was thinking. I was just thinking I need to get out successfully, not getting hurt.
Another SU student, freshman Anastasia Svetlova, was also in the mall when the incident happened.
The employee was telling us to back into a storage room. Me and my friends were confused because we were like, what do you mean? And we thought we misheard her. But she was like, no, we saw a lot of people running and screaming. Therefore, you need to go back into the storage room for your safety.
Destiny USA is the biggest shopping mall in New York State and an economic engine for Onondaga County. But it's become a destination plagued by gun violence. The shots fired on Saturday night marking the 4th incident of gun violence at the mall since December. Chow, an international student from China, says he wasn't surprised by what happened on Saturday.
Because we through the news and social media, we kind of know, this happened in America. And then we expect that, but didn't expect this to happen so soon to us, or at least at that moment.
Still, the SU students we spoke with say They plan on returning to Destiny, undeterred by the spate of crime. Dan Chow says he'll be back at Destiny tonight to watch the Batman, but
I'm still gonna be thinking about what potentially gonna happen. A gunshot happened to me.
he won't be forgetting that moment.
Welcome back to Newhouse at night on QSportsTalk.com via Twitch.
ESPN experience on campus. That's what nearly 20 aspiring sports broadcasters are getting out of a new partnership between the Newhouse School and Galaxy Media. They've come together to create Newhouse at Night, a daily sports radio broadcast hosted and produced by SU students for ESPN Syracuse Radio, the most listened to sports radio station in central New York. Olivia Stomsky, the director of the Newhouse Sports Media Center, says that they've created a one-of-a-kind opportunity for students with the show.
Very early on in the fall semester, we started discussing opportunities of how to get more students involved and how to create a hands-on experience for these students. And so we came up with Newhouse at Night.
The show, which just wrapped up its third week of broadcasts, goes live from 7 to 11 p.m. from the Sports Media Gallery inside Newhouse, both over the airwaves and online, with a video simulcast on Twitch. For Kyle Lochran, who is pursuing a career in sports radio, the experience and exposure he's gained from ESPN is something that he can't get anywhere else.
Being able to say that you're on like the big time station that people would turn to, and it's like ESPN, just attaching that brand, it's just something you're not going to get anywhere else really.
And the stars are coming out at night.
Cole Swider joins us on Q Sports Talk.
We're joined by a very special guest, Syracuse point guard Joe Girard joining the show.
Student hosts have been able to interview some of the biggest names in Syracuse sports, allowing fans to see their favorite players in a new light. A show for Syracuse fans by Syracuse University students on Syracuse's biggest platform.
This has been Newhouse at Night on QSportsTalk.com. Everyone, have a great night.